In Chapter 4, 在第四课, we're going to talk about fulfilling requests using our new vocab words. 一, 要. 二, 可以. Remember that they're two third tones, so the first third tone becomes a second tone. So it's 可以 using the principle of tone Sandy. And 三, 对不起. Yao is a verb that means to want to do something. It's very similar to 想, but it's more kind of immediate and insistent. So it's a little bit more aggressive, like this guy here, who wants you. 我要你. That's how you would translate this. 我要你, I want you now. However, it can be again used in a similar way to 想. For example, I can ask, what do you want to do on the weekend? 你周末想做什么? And you could also say 你周末要做什么? Again, 要 is a little bit more immediate, aggressive. Right? You're making a request immediately. But it can be used and replace 想 in that context. Let's look at this example. 我要一瓶可乐. Like literally, I want a bottle of Coke. 可以吗? So here you're requesting a bottle of Coke, right? You're asking somebody for Coke. 我要 blah blah blah. Okay. Or say, I want to go to sleep right now. 我要睡觉. Like now. That's my demand. 我要吃中国菜. 我要打球, etc. And if someone's making a demand or a request, how do you respond? You could say 可以. 可以. Again, second tone here because of the two double third tones. 可以. Of course, you could also deny your request. You could say 不可以. 不可以. Right. So someone says, 我要睡觉, 可以吗? 我要在熊老师的课睡觉，可以吗？不可以. You absolutely can't, or you may not, sleep in my class. 不可以睡觉。我要吃中国菜，可以吗？我请你吃晚饭。我要吃中国菜，可以吗？ And you know, if you're okay with Chinese food, you would say, 可以，可以。And if you really hate Chinese food and you're rejecting that demand, 不可以。If someone rejects your demand, you might want to do it politely. You can say, 对不起。对不起, right? Just this is usually don't say. It's almost like this translated as I'm sorry. You could say 我对不起你, but that's a little bit formal. Usually you would, when you're expressing your apology, you just say, 对不起. You don't need the 我,对不起. So, for example, somebody asks you, 我可以在图书馆看电影吗? And you would respond politely, sorry, you can't. 对不起，不可以. We also remember our song, 对不起，我的中文不好, that we watched before. 对不起，我的中文不好. That's where this 对不起 comes from as well. One thing I should mention is that 可以 is a so-called modal verb. All right, what that means is it goes before a verb to kind of describe the possibilities of that verb. It's a little bit different from an adverb, but an adverb would go before a modal verb. Modal verb always follows directly before the main verb. Um, but in both cases, you want to add a verb after 可以, right? So 你不可以 在学校跳舞. You can't do this thing. 在学校跳舞. 好，这是我们今天的生词 vocabulary。谢谢大家的收听。